The Flower Bowl is a grade two run at a mile and 3/8 on the inner turf for 4-year-olds and up, fillies and mares, and it's the 12th race on the Saturday card at Saratoga. And this is a good field, led by Warlike Goddess, of course, the morning line favorite, 7-year-old horse for the course, hard knocker, a lot of things to like about Warlike Goddess. La Mejana, been a shipper, been over here for a little while, a little disappointing. Parnack, who's going to want to take him from the front end, won at Saratoga in a stakes race last year for doing so. Eternal Hope for Charlie Appleby, who is coming in second off the layoff after a little disappointing effort. First off, a couple late runners, Millie Girl and Nisi Marie, as well as McCulloch, who's down in distance for Chad Brown, loves it. Saratoga loves the long distances. Idea Generation, another Chad Brown, probably going to want to be up on the front end. And then the shipper, Verbeer, coming over from Europe for Rafe Beckett. So this is a pretty good field. We take a look at it. There's no, there is some early pace. You look at Idea Generation and Parnack are most likely going to want to get on the front end, but I think Eternal Hope will as well. And Eternal Hope is a better horse than those two. And I think that while none of them are going to want to really burn it on the front end, we'll see what Idea Generation does. Maybe a rabbit for Chad Brown, but you'd have to like Eternal Hope's chances coming in second off the layoff. The problem is, of course, we're not going to likely get that 5-1 price, but looms a really dangerous threat to take them all the way, and I like Eternal Hope in this spot. But when looking at this race, most of the late runners are pace dependent. That's a big problem. So I want horses up and near the lead, and I like Verbeer. Verbeer to me is one that can loom just off the front runners and tactically will be in a really good position. Rafe Beckett does not bring horses over to the States too often. Most of the time it's only in the Breeders' Cup. He's an excellent trainer in Europe, and I think if he brings this horse over, there has to be a reason for it. This one just came off a career best effort and seems to be cycling forward. So I like Verbeer in this spot to take it down. Now, if we look at the late runners, as mentioned, they're mostly all pace dependent. And so I think Eternal Hope certainly is going to have an edge, likely to be on the front end and should be looming late. I think that's difficult it'll be difficult for all the late runners. And you never like to see a lot of closers in a race because there's so many things that can happen position-wise, and there's a lot of ways to get shut off. And to me, it's horses up near the front end that I want here. Warlike Goddess is certainly a horse to consider and can win this race without a doubt. But at 7-5, I think she's prohibitive because at 7 years old, she seems to have lost something. And you kind of get the feeling with Warlike Goddess that maybe she's being like a mare. A lot of mares, the older they get, they kind of get tired of doing it. And I just wonder about that with Warlike Goddess. So I'm going to try to beat her with a better price. La Mejana has been over here for a little while, and it's been disappointing to say the least. But watching her last race, I got a feeling this one has more in the tank, and we haven't seen the best yet. So at 15-1, why not? I'm going to throw in the mix, bottom of the try only. I don't see her as a win candidate, but I think one for a price that you want to consider. McCulloch loves longer distances and loves Saratoga. Certainly a big threat in this race, without a doubt, but is pace dependent. And Parnack beat her last year, and I don't see the pace as being lightning quick. We'll see what Idea Generation does for Chad Brown, but I think from that perspective, there's a lot of things working against McCulloch. Also, the fact you got Warlike Goddess in there as well. So I'm going to try to beat her. So we look at our wagering strategy. I'm going with Verbeer on top at 10-1. I think you're getting excellent value. We're going to do a 9-4 cold exact. I think Eternal Hope, to me, is logically the second threat. And then we'll box the two of them in the event that Eternal Hope is able to shake loose and get free. It's very, very possible. And then we'll do a key box with Verbeer on top with 1 and 7. Warlike Goddess and McCulloch being the other logical horses to finish second. And then for our trifecta, we'll put Verbeer on top with 1, 2, 4, and 7. Again, La Mejana with the odds. thinking maybe we can get a better race out of her, and maybe she can live up to her potential to a degree. So that's the way we're going to go with it. I hope this helps you, of course, with your own analysis. Wish you the best of luck. Stay tuned for more postings for Saratoga, Kentucky Downs, and we'll have something on the Pacific Classic as well. Talk to you soon. Till then, be well.